Ever wondered how the most isolated tribe in the Amazon lives? Today, we uncover the secrets of the Moxi Hatitima tribe, who avoid all contact with the outside world. Stay until the end to learn about their fascinating customs and the threats they face. Imagine living in a remote jungle, entirely cut off from the modern world. This is the reality for the Moxi Hatitima tribe, one of the most isolated groups in the Amazon. This vast territory covers over 9 million hectares, about twice the size of Switzerland. Today, we're diving deep into the life of this elusive tribe, offering a glimpse into their unique way of life. The Moxi Hatitima tribe resides in the dense tropical rainforest and mountains of northern Brazil, near the southern border of Venezuela. These Yanomami people are among the three groups living in this protected area. Despite being part of the broader Yanomami community, the Moxi Hatitima are known for their strict isolation. They avoid contact not only with outsiders, but also with other indigenous groups within their territory. This isolation is so profound that they are monitored only from the air to avoid disturbing their way of life. Rediscovered in 2011 during an aerial survey, the Moxi Hatitima tribe was captured in a series of images that showed their settlements hiding deep in the rainforest. Can you imagine living in such seclusion? Today, we'll explore how this tribe has managed to preserve its way of life and what makes them so unique. The Moxi Hatitima tribe is believed to consist of about 100 individuals who have chosen to separate themselves from the outside world and other tribes. Their settlements are incredibly hard to spot from above due to the dense jungle canopy that conceals them. This extreme insulation have served as a protective barrier against diseases like malaria, which are common in the region but virtually unknown within their community. Despite their peaceful nature, experts recommend that the Moxi Hatitima remain isolated. Any contact with outsiders could expose them to disease for which they have no immunity, posing a significant threat to their survival. The Brazilian government has designated this area as a protected indigenous territory, but the tribe faces ongoing threats from illegal mining activities. Survival International, a group advocating for indigenous rights, has raised alarms about over 5,000 illegal miners invading the Moxi Hatitima's land. In the few images released of the tribe, we see the thatched roofs of their homes, revealing their communal lifestyle. These photos aim to raise awareness about the illegal mining activities that endanger this community. Living in communal structures known as malocas, the Moxi Hatitima organize their society around these circular buildings. Each maloca houses several families, with each family occupying a specific section. Inside, they hang hammocks, store food, and build fires. In 2016, aerial photographs revealed the addition of two new thatched roofs, suggesting an increase in the number of families. The tribe's isolation has also meant fewer encounters with modern goods. They have no industrial items like aluminum pots, machetes, or fabrics. Instead, they rely entirely on tools and materials sourced from their environment, demonstrating a self-sufficient and sustainable way of life. Throughout their history, the Moxi Hatitima have faced numerous challenges, including violent confrontations with illegal miners. One of the most tragic events was the Haximum massacre in 1993, where 16 Yanomami were killed. This event highlighted the ongoing dangers these tribes face from outsiders. Despite the dangers they face, the Moxi Hatitima have managed to preserve their unique culture and traditions. The Brazilian government established the Yanomami Indigenous Territory in 1992, just before the Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro. This protection was crucial as, prior to the creation of the reserve, the indigenous populations were being decimated by violence from invaders and diseases like influenza and measles. The establishment of the reserve allowed these communities to begin recovering, aided by government funding for conservation efforts. The use of mercury in these operations contaminates the pristine waterways of the region, posing a significant risk to the health of the indigenous people who rely on these rivers. Mercury pollution accumulates in fish a primary food source for the Moxihatitima, endangering their food supply and health. Adding to these environmental threats, miners have introduced disease such as malaria and measles to the area, causing concern among various organizations about the potential for epidemics. During area patrols, the Moxihatitima have been observed waving their spears at aircraft, mirroring the reactions of other tribes in the region when first contact. Curious about the daily life of the Moxihatitima? Keep watching! Make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to explore more amazing stories with us. The origins of the Moxihatitima tribe trace back to a larger group of Yanomami-speaking people known as Yaroami, who have inhabited the Mukahai-Katrimani interfluvial region since the 1920s. Historical records from 1932 note that the Yaroami were once a sizable group, some of whom made contact with explorers. Throughout the 1920s, intergroup conflicts led to significant movements within the Yanomami population, including migrations to river basins like the Aharani. Key events in their history include the 1968 measles epidemic and the construction of a highway through the territory in 1973, both of which had profound impacts on their communities. The Yanomami people are culturally rich, comprising at least 6 subgroups speaking related languages. They are known for their extensive knowledge of botany, utilizing around 500 different plants for food, medicine, and construction. Their main activities include hunting, gathering, fishing, and cultivating crops such as cassava and bananas, large clearing within the forest. Spirituality plays a significant role in Yanomami life, with shamans acting as spiritual leaders. They use a hallucinogenic plant called yakuana to connect with the spirit world, guiding their community through rituals and healing practices. The name Moxihatitima reflects a unique cultural practice among the men who tie their foreskin with cords known as hatiti, a custom not observed among neighboring Yanomami groups. The tribe's ongoing displacement due to gold miners has forced them to move northeast, abandoning long-occupied territories. From 1987 to 1990, it is estimated that over 100 gold miners, with hundreds of machines and plants, were operating daily in the region. Rumors of armed conflict between the miners and the Moxihatitima even led some to believe the tribe had been wiped out due to violence and disease. Despite these challenges, the Moxihatitima were rediscovered in 2011 during a reconnaissance flight by FUNAI, Brazil's National Indian Foundation. This rediscovery brought them back into public awareness, highlighting the ongoing need for protection and conservation of their lands. The Brazilian government had reduced funding for indigenous land protection, leading to the temporary deactivation of protection bases, which miners then occupied. However, in 2019, FUNAI announced the reinstatement of these bases to monitor and protect Yanomami territories, including Moxihatitima. The Moxihatitima tribe builds their homes in an elliptical shape, strategically located near large clearings of around 20 hectares, mostly filled with banana plantations. This distinctive architectural style may have originated during their early contacts with outsiders between the 1950s and 1970s. Despite attempts by outsiders to provide them with modern tools like machetes, axes, or knives, the tribe has consistently preferred their traditional weapons and tools, which they craft themselves. In photos of the Moxihatitima settlements, one can see 17 juxtaposed thatched roofs, leading researchers to estimate their population at around 100 individuals. They are also known as the isolated ones of Sierra da Estrutura. The tools they use include stone axes and other instruments for felling trees and constructing their homes. When they encounter wooden axes or machetes left by outsiders, they typically leave them behind, showing no interest in adopting these foreign items. Tragically, the tribe has faced direct violence from illegal gold miners. In November 2021, a report from an indigenous person in the Apiao region detailed the death of 2 Moxihatitima individuals following an attack by gold miners. This conflict arose when warriors from the tribe approached the Faxia Preta mine to expel the invaders from their territory. During the confrontation, 3 miners were struck by arrows, prompting miners to retaliate with gunfire, resulting in the deaths of 2 indigenous individuals. One of the arrows, used by the Moxie Hatatima warriors, was later recovered by a young indigenous witness from the Upper Mucahai region. This arrow is currently held by a community in the Apiao area. Satellite images have revealed extensive deforestation caused by illegal activities in the territory, with over 100 hectares of forest destroyed. Have you ever heard of this isolated Brazilian tribe? What aspect of their lifestyle surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel to be the first to learn more fascinating facts from around the world.